basically designed with that kind of architecture and look, because the people who originally settled Los Angeles 100 years ago, they realized it was a desert, and they kind of replicated that lifestyle. Look over here to the left, Gene. Downtown Miami. And the waterfront and the water in Miami, Lisa, is the most beautiful water and waterfront in the continental United States.
Water is crystal clear.
Water is crystal clear. In the summer, it turns a bright turquoise because of the sunlight on it. And I'm going to roll my window up so there won't be interference on the microphone. It's just gorgeous beyond comprehension. And
I've seen pictures, bro. I can imagine it's absolutely beautiful.
Now we're going to go up. Oh, they used to have drawbridges on this, but they built high bridges that go over the channel now, so the sailboats don't stop the traffic. You know, when they go through, especially on the weekends, it just turned into a snarl. So we're going up high, and later tonight I will post this video on YouTube, so you'll be able to see it.
I take them and he posts them.
And you can say, I was a participant in this event.
There you go.
So, there we go. That's Miami Beach over there, all those buildings. Causeways in Miami Beach. I mean, it's going to be very tragic when all of this is sitting in 5 feet of water. I don't think it'll happen in my lifetime, but it's definitely going to happen in our kids' lifetime.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully not. Hopefully maybe we'll declare war against climate change and fight it, and this country will finally take the lead. We've lost so much precious time between 8 years of Bush, and now we've lost another 4 with the guy that's in there now. And of course Obama tried to turn things around, but they fought him at so we've lost basically 20 years of precious time that we shouldn't have. So maybe we'll get lucky though.
So you enjoy the video of Jerry and John with Jerry, their place, which is very exotic. What else is going on?
What else is going on? We're trying to get ready for housekeeping tonight.
Okay.
It started out with Jenna and Blakely inviting a couple of friends over, and now after Jenna got practically the whole band and half the football team coming. So little Miss Socialite has to make sure that everybody's got a friend here, that everybody's going to be comfortable.
Good for her. Good for her.
Lisa, I've already had snow showers up at my house a couple of nights back. The night I left here I left and went down and stayed I always stay at an airport hotel, motel the night before I fly out. And last Wednesday night they had snow showers up at my house, and a low of 21.
Now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, now remember, all this conversation is going to go up on the internet, so play it to a larger audience. Well, I don't know. What else? Sounds like you're going to have a fun Halloween. Now, by the way, if you look at my Facebook wall, I posted that picture of the ghost in Notre Dame.
Yeah, I saw that. Very interesting.
Feel free to like and comment. You're one of the people who told me it was a ghost.
Am I?
Now, Gene would catch the green in the water.
I don't remember seeing that before, but
I sent it to
I forget so many things. Nowadays, I probably did.
Yeah.
Maybe I need to I'm going to think about taking Tyler to the 75th anniversary of D-Day.
When will that be?
2 years, less than 2 years. We've had the 73rd, so this next June, that'll be the 70th.
Oh, wow.
Because that'll probably be the last time we have any significant number of veterans. He was really fortunate. He really met a lot of them. But believe it or not, Lisa, there's still veterans going back, and some for the first time since the war. But, you know, the laws of physiology are just, you know,
Right.
catching up to them.
But
Right.
tell him I hope that maybe he and Blakely can come out for a visit next summer. That they really should try to plan and work for that, and tell him not to worry about the finances, because we'll figure out a way. Okay? Because she graduates high school, right?
Yeah, she graduates this year.
Well, they both have their graduation trip to Los Angeles in the bank. So I'm serious. Now, one of the things, I don't know if you got it, Gene, but you will notice that there's standing water in some of these places here along this causeway.
Yes.
That is direct evidence of ocean rise. That was not happening when I left here 35 years ago.
Of course.
The standing water here in the middle, but where
Yeah.
the mangroves are growing and all of that, that was never the case when I lived here 35 years ago. Miami and Miami Beach are two of the places that are seeing the tangible evidence of ocean rise in all of the coastal areas of the city, which is why they know it's happening, because there's salt water standing on causeways that never had salt water before. Anyway, so what else is going on in Mobile, Lisa?
We're enjoying the nice, cool weather.
I'll bet you are.
It's just as nice as it can be. That's really about.
That's about
His
it.
kids are busy with. Huh?
I said that's about it.
Yeah, that's about it. The kids are just busy with school. Sarah had her birth. I really enjoyed y'all's birthday song to her. She was thrilled when she got that.
Good, cool,
That was so nice.
good.
And she tried to make us harmonize like y'all when we sang her birthday to her, but we weren't quite that well. We didn't do quite that well.
Now, for the sake of the video, we're leaving the Crandon Park area and entering the community of Key Biscayne, or the village of Key Biscayne, which I can never remember if Key Biscayne is a part of Miami or if it's just part of Metro-Dade County. I don't think it ever incorporated, but I honestly don't know. Of course, we've all heard about Key Biscayne because of all the famous and infamous people who have lived here. And it remains, it's sort of the Malibu of Miami, in that it has a mystique all its own, a celebrity mystique all its own, yet it's on one of the most fragile ecosystems and sand spits in the United States, because none of it's more than about 5 feet above high tide on a good day. So anyway, Gene, you were saying?
I can't remember now what
Okay.
it was.
I have a question for y'all.
Sure.
Do y'all have any recollection of Aunt Nee talking about working trying to get a job with the FBI?
I don't, but Gene might.
You talking about Aunt Juanita?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
No, I don't. I don't have any recollection of that. I remember Aunt Juanita and Uncle Cisco all the way back to the 1940s when they'd come to Tampa after World War II. I remember shortly after George was born, she asked me, she said, "We haven't seen little Georgie yet." That was, and but no, I don't remember her ever saying that. But then again, I never got a chance to, they'd come visit my parents, and then I went to Mobile in the winter of 50-51 when it was so cold there. People were skating on the edge of Mobile Bay, but I don't remember any talk about her joining the FBI or trying to.
Well, I do remember, you know, she was working for the government doing classified stuff. I do remember that. And I wouldn't be surprised that she had wanted to go to work for the FBI. The only problem is it would have meant that she would have to spend times away from Cisco, and I don't know how they might have felt about that. But I know she did a lot of classified work for the government, especially regarding the building of Cape Canaveral, because, you know, he was the civil engineer who worked on the roadway between the vehicular assembly building and all of the different launch pad areas. And he told me that they dug through the sand down 11 feet to fill it up with lime rock and concrete to be able to hold the weight of that basically the launch pad, okay, with the Saturn rocket and everything assembled on it, to be able to hold the weight of that as it crawled from the assembly building out to wherever they were going to launch it from, which was at least a couple of miles away, because they had to separate the launch area from where they built it in case there was an explosion, that there wouldn't be any, you know, it wouldn't destroy the vehicular assembly building. Now we're entering Bill Baggs Cape Florida State Park, and this is the closest thing to the original mangrove swamp that used to be Cape Florida, which is at the edge of the eastern edge of Key Biscayne. I'm near for the video. In terms of the flora, the trees, the mangrove trees, and everything else that you know, that exists here. We're approaching some kind of a toll gate. I don't know if they'll just let us in with our license plate, because I signed up for that. But we'll know. Here comes a state of Florida officer. So, Gene, why don't you stop this video for a minute, okay?